Chinese New Year's coming, and during the New Year's Eve, every family should make dumplings together. So today I'm going to demonstrate how to make dumplings. And this is the dough. I made it ahead of time, but I'll make from the scratch to show you how to make. All right, let's start it. I use organic all-purpose flour. Try to open it. This time I use 400 gram because I'm going to attending an event. So you don't have to make a lot. You can, it's up to your situation. And now I add water. The water will be half of the flour, which is 200 gram. Maybe could be a little more. Add 2 grams salt in the flour. Yeah, spray out. Yeah. And then add water slowly and gradually add in. Try to mix the water with the flours. Okay, it's almost done. I'll mix them, just become a dough. Don't have to be proper looking, because we can let it sit for 20 minutes. After that, it will mix again. This is from a Chinese market. I bought it, called mu'er, wood ear. And this is Shitake mushroom. Yeah, let's put them in, separate it in a bowl. This is a Shitake mushroom, dried. So we need to put water in, soak for about 1 hour. Yeah, let's open the package. You don't have to buy this brand, but I want to show you how that look like the package. The wood ear, you need to buy the small one, and with the gray color or like a gray hair cover. That means young. Now we prepare the vegetables. This is the leeks. You have to make sure the dirt get out from the cracks. Yeah, there's a lot of dirt in it. And now it's the Chinese cabbage. Some of the old leaves we can peel off. And now it's the carrots. It will be like a ball that size of a carrot. That will be good enough. Again, it depends how many members in the family. If there's a lot of people there, then you put more ingredients. If not, you just put less. So this needs skills, practice skills. Then you learn how much you can put in. You should put in. All right. Now let's cut the leeks. This is a little piece of ginger, like an inch that size. Ginger, you don't need a lot, but you have to cut it very, very fine. Oh, okay. Almost ready. Oh, you can use the ginger powder. It's up to you. I like it, the real thing. Now we wash the moor, the wood ear, and the mushroom. Now we chop all the vegetables. And later, we need to blend them easily. This is the wood ear. This is the mushroom. Okay. I like to blend the mushroom first because we're going to put in the wok stir fry first with the mushroom and make sure I don't want to blend too much, so that way you cannot taste the pieces. But looks like this still a little big. That's about right. I'll show you later how that looks like after put in the bowl. It should be very fine. Not very, very fine. Compared to the vegetables, it cannot be too fine. Because this mushroom represents the meat flavor. So you don't want to be too fine. Too small pieces. Yeah. Now we do the moor. a little bigger pieces. Okay. Now we're going to do the carrots. The carrots should be very fine because the carrots is harder. You don't want to be pieces. If it's even those small pieces, then can break the dumpling wrap. Pretty good. Oh, no, still little pieces. Now it's good. So what I do, Now let's focus on how to stir fry some of the ingredients. This is called a Szechuan peppercorn. You don't need a lot, just a few of them. The reason I put a little more, also again, I made a more quantity than usual. So usually just 5 pieces will be good enough. Once the peppercorn looks brown dark, then we take it out and dump it. We just needed some of those flavor. And now we put the ginger in. Because we chop the ginger very fine, so it's so easy to cook, turn to be brownish. So now we add the leeks right away. You have to keep stir fry it, because the leeks also easy to cook. Once the leeks turn to be brownish and the flavor send out to the air, we take it out. I made a mistake. It could chop very fine the leeks too. Then we don't have to take it out, just add the mushroom in. But it's okay. I'll chop it later, add it in. Now we put it back under the fire again. Because the leeks cook so quick, so I turn off the fire. And now we're waiting for the oil to be warm up. Looks like the oil is not enough, but it's okay. We can add oil later. Now we put the mushroom in. The mushroom, we got to stir it often, because the mushroom can stuck on the wok and overcooked, turn to be black and taste bitter. But normally the mushroom, after you burn a little bit, like a brownish, it tastes like meat. It's so good, tastes so good. Looks like it is less oil. So when the mushroom is ready, again also turn to be like a dark brownish. And if you put a little more oil in, the oil will come back out from the mushroom. Then that means it's ready. After the mushroom is ready, the whole room smells good. Making me hungry already. Now look like the mushroom turned to be brown. And then we add some soy sauce in. The soy sauce don't have to put a lot in. I put a little more than tablespoon because again, I make a lot of quantity. You normally, each family, just 1 teaspoon will be good enough. The soy sauce add a special flavor in, mix with the mushroom, tastes better, and also put some color in too. And looks, if you don't do the dumpling filling, you just do stir fry, make a bigger pieces, so it will make the flavor and also the color looks beautiful. And looks ready to put some more oil in. Oh, now it's good. Smells so good. Yummy. Okay, I added some more the wood ear in. And mix. Wood ear don't cook so long. Maybe 1 minute will be enough. Now we added carrots in. The reason I cook carrots is because first of all, the carrots is hard. You use the heat to break down. And second of all, the carrots create a lot of liquid too. That's not good for the filling. The liquid dilute the flavor. So I would like to stir in the wok a little bit, let it evaporate the liquid. All right. Now before I turn off the fire, I like to put some sesame oil in. The sesame oil also gave a special flavor. And just quickly mix. Make sure everywhere has the sesame oil. See, I quickly turn off the stove because the sesame oil cannot cook long. Smells good. Yeah, I hope later everybody enjoy the dumpling. Okay, yeah. I stirred it also to make sure it's cooling off quicker. Now we prepare cabbage. We just need half the cabbage for this event. And we cut better small pieces. That way will help the blender easy to blend. I don't put a lot of the cabbage in the blender. If it's too full, it's no room for the vegetables turn. And the cabbage is very hard. It's better to grind very fine, blend very fine. The cabbage have to squeeze some of the liquid out. Otherwise, it will dilute the flavor for the fillings. The cabbage produce a lot of liquid. So leave a little bit of moisture in. And looks well done. Now we mix. Okay, so we mix them together. You see, I made a lot of these fillings. You don't have to make like this much because I do this as for an event. So what you do if you have 4 to 6 people at home, you just need to make 1/3 of this filling. That will be good enough. So let's see. This is why I use the chopsticks, because the chopsticks can mix them very well and make the oil and the vegetables like to grab each other. Yeah, and I put some salt in, put extra oil, olive oil, organic olive oil. So you know, you do at home for family to eat. You want everything with healthy food, right? See the color, it's beautiful and it's nicely mixed. One thing I need to mention is you don't need to add salt in right now because you don't know how much you make the filling. So if you plan to do 1/3 for the first time, so you just take a 1/3 out and add some salt in. So that way you won't leave the filling with the salted filling overnight. The reason don't put the salt in the filling for overnight, because the salt can make the filling more liquid. That means the cabbage and the carrots will produce a lot of water out. So next day, the filling, the vegetables, you won't taste that well. So okay, now I'm going to take some out and add the salt in. And right now I'm going to check the dough, see how it works. Now I have to chop the leeks, add in the fillings. Okay, soft. Yeah, that's how we make the dough. We make sure the dough is smooth and very fine. Mixed it, yeah. It's perfect, the dough. It's not too hot, not too hard, not too soft. I think it's perfect for our dumpling tonight. Yeah, it's night, getting dark. Took me so long to make this. Maybe because for the event, I made a lot of fillings. If it's just for family, it probably a couple of hours we can eat. In couple of hours. Yeah, dumpling is a big thing in China or with the Chinese. This is sometimes when we do dumpling, usually it's a whole family involved. I grew up with that. It was a lot of fun. After we cut them in the individual pieces, then make sure they are in a round shape. That help the wrapper make easily. Again, you don't have to make it on your own. You can buy in the Chinese market. They are a little thick and harder, but it's worth it to buy from there for the beginners. And make the wrapper in the beginning. You don't have to fill up a lot of the ingredients in. Just make sure the wrapper can stick to each other and no fillings come out. That's it. After the water boiling, we're ready to put the dumplings in. We don't need to put a lot because they need a space. And we stir it right away. Make sure the dumplings not stuck on the bottom. And then we cover it right away to let it boiling. Once it's boiling, we stir it first to make sure they're not stuck on the bottom and to each other. And then we put the room temperature water in. Not a lot, as long as put down the boiling. So we cover the cover right away, wait till to boiling again. So after boiling again, we stir it first. Then we put the second water in. As this, we do back first, 3 times to make sure the dumpling fillings are all cooked well. Looks like it's going to be boiling again. So I stirred it. Well, because I'm demonstrated, so I didn't put a lot of dumplings in. You can put more than this normally. So if it's a frozen dumpling, you need to cook a little longer. You cannot pick out right away after the 3 water put in 3 times, right? But the just made dumplings, normally you're ready to pick out after the 3rd boiling time. Okay, seems ready. Okay, it's done. Dinner's ready.
Okay, so the way I make the dumpling sauce is with Chinese vinegar and Chinese sesame oil.
Uh-huh.
This is
So
the sesame oil.
Yeah.
Actually, that's Japanese sesame oil.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
The vinegar, we want to use the dark vinegar.
Right.
It's more flavor.
So for 1 serving, I use 2 tablespoons of the Chinese vinegar, and a part, like maybe half a tablespoon. Oops, that's a little too much.
Yeah.
Half a tablespoon of the sesame oil, and then I add water.
Mm-hmm.
And we're out of water here.
Yeah. Okay. The least we get some idea.
It's all right. So I would add about the same amount of water as liquid that I have in here.
Uh-huh.
And you can taste it and see if it's too watery, then you use less water.
Right.
Then we usually add this, right? The scallions chopped up with cilantro.
Exactly,
right?
yes.
Put a little bit in there too.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So
Do you
add
want
a
me to
flavor
actually do
in.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it look pretty.
Okay.
And if it also depends on your flavor, your desire, preference. Yes, you can add some garlic in, or the
you can put
hot spice.
crushed garlic with a garlic press or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
But not
the
necessary.
yeah, or the hot
Yeah.
sauce.
We don't make very strong sauce because we want to taste the dumpling. So there's just
Yeah.
the sauce adds a little bit of accent to it, right?
Yeah, the reason I asked my husband to do this sauce,
Because you don't know how to do it.
I know how to do it. I just never did it the balanced way, either too sour or too oily. So, okay, good job.
Okay.
Let's try.
Okay.
Too hot, isn't it?
You eat some of these. They're not so hot.
You add some garlic in too.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think this one is not so hot.
Happy New Year. Happy Lunar New Year.
新年快乐.
Yeah.